Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐄. We're talking about investing, finance, and professional women. It's the current time of 9:45 a.m. on the Eastern Time on Monday, September 19th. Hope you guys had a good weekend, by the way. Ethereum closed at $1,331, down about 0.3% so far. On the overall crypto market, on this Monday morning so far, across the board, we are kind of down, but kind of more of a consolidated fashion, not as severe as last week. Obviously, we had the negative basically entire week consecutively from the anticipated pressure on the negative CPI report, which came out to be true. Negative, I would say moderately tolerable PPI report, and then with respect to on Thursday, which was the merge, which had the buy the rumor, sell the news type of affectation, and then on 16th on Friday was with respect to a negative outlook from FedEx, right? So with respect to this week, it's gonna be another flavorful one, right? We have the United Nations, events that's gonna be cultivating from now all the way until end of September, and I believe Joe Biden is expected to be speaking, in front of the nation. I think sometimes on Tuesday or sometimes on Wednesday. I don't know specifically time. But look at the agenda that some of the meetings I'm expect to be going to this week. I think he is in part of the agenda, but I think there might be a shift based on the latest update on the email. But obviously, it's a closed door event, so I don't know what's going on yet. They might need to coordinate, obviously, with respect to the Queen's ceremony in UK, which I believe Joe Biden has to stop by on Monday to show respect. So we see how that goes. But with respect to the main catalyst that we should be expecting is obviously the FOMC meeting that's durating to tomorrow, all the way to Wednesday. But the confirmatory signal ideally should be on the 21st, on Wednesday. But we should ideally see some negativity ahead. Knowing the fact that last week was foreshadowing an increase in rates because of the negative CPI report. Let's take a look at the whales, what they did in the last, trading hours or trading days, right? Just take a look at BlackRock. It seems like they sold a ton of stocks again. And this time is quite severe, right? If you take a look at just like the top column in the middle, right? 8 billion, 5 billion, 4 billion, 3 billion, 2 billion, 2 billion, and across all of these stocks, right? So, and in addition to that, this list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And they did buy a little bit, but this is more like a normalization type of exercise. They did also buy a huge amount of Texas Instruments. So it seems like they are, obviously they've done the intel, they have done some research. They also bought some like Taiwanese and also like overseas type of stock. So it's more like a balancing type of portfolio. Obviously they did the respective technical exercise onto understanding which side of the spectrum makes the most sense, but seems like they have sold quite a lot amount, but also bought quite a lot amount. So this is BlackRock, and take a look at ARK Invest as well. So they also sold some level of stocks. Not obviously, in terms of amount, is nowhere near. But you can see that they also bought a little bit. But across the spectrum, mostly unchanged in terms of portfolio. But they did buy and sell quite a lot. But obviously on the sell side is a lot more outweighed on the ARK Invest side of the house compared to BlackRock, obviously. And then look at some politicians. Just take a look at a high level. It seems like Kevin Hearn is active in the last trading days on Thursday. Nothing really happened on 16th, but I guess this report is a little bit behind, so I need to look out for the latest number on what happened on Friday. But seems like they did buy before then. Not sure if there's any strategic motives on this front, but it is what it is. So let's just dive into the technical without wasting more time. Respect to recording time of 9:49 a.m. on Eastern Time. Again, we're anticipating a negative day or next 2 days on the FOMC meeting, right? Also with respect to the triangulations of the United Nations speech that should be expecting as well. So right now, what's the momentum, right? You could see that we are quite, stale on the monthly, looking for some sort of plateau consolidation. Eventually, we're going to have a landing zone, which is something we appreciate. And then on a weekly, we still need to cross down before we cross up, right? Unfortunately, we should see some short-term negativity to kind of cross down before we cross up. We already see a double hit, which is two mountain doesn't do us any favor. That just triangulates that there are two resistance onto reaching to a higher level, and the two resistance basically somewhere around like 2000 based on what we see so far. 2000, 17500, 1750, sorry, and then now we are just touching the 1350, but the real level is 1250 to be more specific. And right now you can see that we are looking for some landing, right? So daily is looking to kind of consolidate and kind of glide on a sideway, while weekly it is still bearish, right? So kind of net daily looks okay, weekly looks negative, so that means we should see some more near-term volatility in the weeks out, but monthly looks quite bullish. So again, right, it's kind of like two positive, one negative, so we should ideally see some negativity. So the best case scenarios will be seeing this weekly chart to be crossed down first, and then we cross up, and then as we align on a daily, weekly, and monthly, we should see some bullish pressure coming, obviously after the FOMC meeting, right? And then for Bitcoin, same thing on weekly negative because you need to cross down, double heads as well. Monthly, it is looking for some sort of consolidation. Daily, it is crossed down already. So we saw 18,500. Wow, great. We saw that overnight last night. So that's a depth cross, being in formation. So now the fact that we have crossed down already, so that's a good thing. We need to get over it with, right? So cross down on the daily, cross down on the monthly already for a while. Now we just need to wait for the weekly, right? We just need to wait for this one to get through it, and then as we get through it, we should ideally see some bullish run coming. And then taking a look at Tesla to see, Tesla is basically like the index market, right? To see how sustainable we are. Seems like on a daily looking bearish at the moment. We quite extended, so it's taking some profit on short term would make sense. We have triple head top on already. On a weekly, let's see. On a weekly is also bearish. You can see that we need to cross down eventually until we cross up, but monthly I bet is bullish. Yep, monthly is bullish. So in the near term, daily and weekly, we should see some negativity, which triangulates well with the overall market. Okay, so appreciate you. Have a good rest of the Monday and the rest of the week, but I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.